Hi guys, welcome to the DMC sessions. I'm back out here, man. As you can see, I'm rocking with the mic today. Just thought of as one of other ways I can have a clean sound without, moving around too much. Because if I have to set out the studio mic like I've been doing before, there's a lot of moving around that I'd have to do, and considering that it would be difficult for me to do that because I am also now working from home because of the whole coronavirus situation that's going on. So there's a lot of like work equipment over here. So my space is also pretty small. So I can't really be moving around like that. So I've been meaning, man, to do this for a long time, like to do the DMC sessions. It's been a long time coming. I've been man, a lot has been happening in this world. Like from the time that we last spoke, from the time that I last did this, it's actually mind blowing. You know what I mean? But we'll get to that. We'll get to that. We'll get to that later. How are you guys? Okay, I can't hear what you guys are saying, but man, it's good to be back. As you know, DMC sessions. I told you before, like I won't be posting as often because I was busy like recording some music, working on some music, working on some artworks, doing different other different things. So at this point, I am at a point where I'm packaging the music. For those who have been following on the Amp Media channel, I have been dropping every Friday from like November to what's the date now actually? Until end of Feb. Until end of Feb, I did the finale with Visago. Shout out to Visago, man, killed that ish. So you'll see that on the YouTube on the Amp Media channel. But however, I am also going to be packaging the Freestyle Fridays into a mixtape, into an official mixtape. So yeah, it's basically called Freestyle Fridays Mixtape Volume 1. So basically that is season 1 of Freestyle Fridays, packaged into an audio format, album cover and all of that. So I will be uploading that hopefully this Friday. I was working on mastering it, trying to master the tracks, just to make sure that they are master quality for your listening enjoyment. As you know, I have been self teaching myself all these things, learning the craft of mixing and mastering. So, I mean, I'm not 100%, but I think I'm audible enough. I think I'm audible enough to for you guys to enjoy the music that I've been putting out. But yeah, man. So I'll be doing that. I'll be putting it out probably on Zippy Share and SoundCloud and AudioMac and whatever mixtape channels I could put it through. Um, Put it into a zip. You guys can download it. Mixtape is free. I'm not trying to charge or make money off this because I am using people's beats. It's kind of like the things that Wayne was doing back in the day, the dedication mixtapes, the drought mixtapes, and all of that. So it's kind of that culture that I was bringing back with this whole thing. So yeah, I'll be jumping on those, making it into a full project, obviously with my own lyrics, my own approach to it. So yeah, man, please enjoy that. It's been fun doing it, and I'm planning to start working on season 2 eventually soon. Just trying to find the inspiration, to be honest, like to make music again. It's hard to make music when you're balancing a lot of stuff. You kind of want to close yourself off when you're making music, to close yourself off from the outside world, from work, from a lot of other things. Sometimes you can't do it in between, like if you really feel inspired or you really feel like shit, I need to do this right now, then you can do it. I was on the Far Side as well, season 3 of the Far Side with 50 rappers by Loyiso, the one. Shout out to Loyiso with the Far Side. Follow the Far Side on YouTube as well. Make sure you check that out and see a lot of dope rappers there, man. There's a lot of dope rappers. I met Vasago actually because of that. We actually connected. I followed some few other people that I really f's with. Um, yeah, man, it was a really cool thing to be a part of. Um, and also I also did a video for the Far Side, like an official performance from one of my songs that I did with Knoxstein. So shout out to Knox for that, who were there, we killed it. You can also check that on the Far Side channel. So please make sure that you scope that ish, man. And yeah, man, like I also put the music on the streaming platforms. Well, not all streaming platforms, downloading platforms. I'd rather my music be downloaded, you know. Eventually, I will put my stuff on streaming. I did put The Alchemist on streaming platforms. You can find that on streaming platforms, The Alchemist. But yeah, man, like I'm working on trying to be serious with the music and how I put it out in the distribution, trying to figure out easier ways to get it to you guys, you know, because people have different ways these days to consume the music. So wait, hold on, man, I don't know if it's getting dark here, but I think, just hold on, I'm gonna cut right now. I need to, yeah, okay, I hope that helps. So anyways, as I was saying, so streaming platforms, I will eventually get there and everything like that. um Man, let's get serious. We're trying to get to the DMCs. Oh, wait. Before we get there, there's another update I need to give you guys, man. I was also, I watched the podcast with Mac G and Lynn Moleko, right? Shout out to Mac G's channel. It's called Podcast and Chill. Please, guys, check it out and subscribe if you haven't. They are on the race to 40,000 subscribers. So please go subscribe if you haven't. But anyways, Mac G used to be a radio DJ. Well, he is a radio DJ, but he used to work for radio stations in the past, and now he has his own podcast, and his podcast is popping. You know what I mean? It's doing well for itself. He interviews a lot of celebrities on it as well. So go check it out, man. It's pretty dope. I've been keeping up with it for quite some time now. I think from the time I watched Scoop's interview, that's where I first saw it, because I was just watching a Scoop interview, and then I saw this guy MacG, and I thought he was a really cool interviewer. You know, he was actually like one of the best I've ever seen from South Africa. He wasn't the typical interviewer. He made the interview fun, and the interview was very engaging. The interview was very informative. From Scoop's side, he allowed, you know, the artists to express themselves as fully as possible. So that was really nice to see that type of interview. And I just followed the channel after that. I followed the channel and subscribed to it, and I've been keeping up with it. I went back a bit, you know, saw where they started, but hey, man, they're doing good now. Even their production quality is looking better. So what happened was they posted a challenge, a podcast challenge, and I applied for. I did it, you know, I recorded it. As soon as they said it, I was like, oh shit, you know, I wrote my lyrics, and by the time I got home, I recorded it, and then I recorded it with the camera as well onto the mic. And then the next day, literally, I posted it, you know, on Twitter. And then, you know, people loved it. You know, Mac G loved it. You know, Ghost Lady, Len, and the Chillers. So it was for a podcast song, you know, the intro song that plays in the beginning of the podcast. So they wanted to do a track with that, and they're going to do the Ginger Trail, and they wanted like a chiller also to do it. So they put a challenge for us to see who's going to work on it, you know, who's good enough to work on it. So people liked it, and they said that, yeah, I'll be working on it. So I'll see how that goes, you know. Hopefully it pulls through, you know. So that was really dope. That's a dope situation that happened right there. I was very excited. You know, it's nice to sometimes you want to know as an artist like how you doing. It's nice to like see feedback on how well you do or how well your art is crafted. So it was a nice feedback that I got from there, and it boosted my confidence, to be honest. And I really want to keep on, you know, putting out music, keep on working on music, and yeah, man, and keep doing other things as well, you know, because I just see myself as a creative more than just a music artist. You know, music is the first love, but I just love doing a lot of other things as well. So yeah, man, shout out Mac G, shout out to the whole team. I love you guys, I really do. Let's talk about the coronavirus that's been going on as well. I've been meaning to talk about this. Obviously, this calls for a DMC session. Um, I've been taking time to really think about it. I've been taking time to really analyze what's going on. You know, there's a lot of conspiracy theorists, you know, and a lot of science with it. I don't really know where exactly it comes from. But wherever it comes from at this point doesn't matter much. What matters the most is that it's in our lives. It's here, It's also in our country. We saw it as news from China, and we're like, damn, like this. What is this thing? And we took it lightly. I wouldn't lie, I took it lightly. It's something that's happening in another country. We always get these illnesses going on in other countries. They come, they disappear. There's always been just different types of sicknesses that come and go. But I will lie, like in my lifetime, this is the first time that I've seen something that has kind of created a wave the way this one has, and has gained popularity and influence and growth and spreading. Um, it's really kind of scary in a way that this thing is rapidly growing all over the world, that it is a global phenomenon, and that it's causing the economies to crumble. It's quite powerful, I was actually shocked by how much it has progressed through the time that we first heard about it. When I first heard about it, I heard coronavirus. I thought it was a joke, kind of. Like when I thought corona, I'm thinking of the beer, obviously, and people making jokes of the corona. But actually, it's the COVID-19 virus. They just nicknamed it coronavirus, and that's what it's called. I urge everybody to follow the instructions of the government, our leaders who are trying everything to make sure that it's under control, that everything won't get worse. Because we've seen other countries that have gotten worse from this thing. And it's it's proof. It's enough proof to show us that, yo, this thing could grow just as much as it did in Italy here, just because of the fact that it has arrived. And by the time I'm recording this right now, it is around 400 and something people who are positive, who are reported positive. So that in itself is a concern. And also seeing what Italy is like. Italy, whatever. Don't try to correct me. However, that is like, it's also it's pretty hectic, to see that something like that is here. So I'm still gonna see like what the president is gonna say. By the time I post this, we would have already watched the State of the Nation address in terms of the state of the nation for the coronavirus. And yeah, man. But for now, it's before that, so I'm posting before that without knowing what's going on. I predict a lockdown. I'm seeing armies starting to be called, soldiers to be on the streets, which is kind of serious. It's a serious situation if we go on lockdown. I mean, that's the reason today I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to work and I'm gonna take my stuff and work from home, because I don't know what's gonna happen next. I just want to make sure that I'm also quarantining properly while I'm here, and at least still do the work, because it's a lot of stuff that I had to carry. But I was like, I am going to carry it nonetheless, so that I don't have to leave the house. You know, unless I really need to, unless I need to go and buy some food, you know, and stuff. So yeah, man, I urge everybody. I know South Africans love groove, okay, but y'all need to groove at home, because shout out to DJ Shimza, who hosted an online party. I thought that was pretty cool. I wasn't really engaging in it at the time because I was busy. So I saw it though, and I saw a couple of the performances. But I thought it would be dope, like putting it on the TV, having some to drink, dancing, with the people in the house, just vibing to the DJs playing, because that's what we do anyways when we go out. We usually chill with the people we came with. It's very unlikely that you'll go mingle with other people anyways. So, and I know you want the vibe and everything, but at least we got kind of the vibe from the DJs and the sets that they play. So yeah, man, I think it's just about making it work. It's not the worst thing to not go out. The worst thing is to be infected. So that is what we should be paying attention to the most, staying safe. And until this thing passes, man, until the storm passes, I really believe the storm will pass eventually. Um, and when it does, it's going to be a great time that we have survived. It will be a great story to tell. It will be a great tale, to say that, you know what, we lived in a time when this virus was doing this and this and this. This was going on. The country was on lockdown, etc., etc. So, in everything, man, be glad is all I'm gonna say. Be positive. I once posted a status saying that, you know what, guys, enjoy your life at the end of the day, man, because things like this just show you how short life is and how it can be easily taken away. How you never know what's going to happen tomorrow, because this thing came suddenly. This thing came out of nowhere. We're living on by our day to day. Literally last weekend, was it last or last weekend? I was out and I was at an event. I was shooting at an event, and all of a sudden, things have been taken more seriously. People need to not go out. People can't gather up. More than 100 people can't gather up. Maybe there might be a lockdown now. Things change quickly. You never know what may happen. So you need to just live life like it is short, because it is. I know it can be long, but live it like it's short. And enjoy those you love. Appreciate those you love. All the things you've probably heard. I'm sure you've heard a lot of these things from different people who are speaking about this thing. Um, I just thought I wanna also add my voice to it and speak about it, man, because yeah, it's been on my mind. At the end of the day, there's always beauty in tragedy. Something that I was saying to somebody is that you will always find the good out of the chaos. It just depends where you focus your attention to. I see it as a plus for the fact that, one, we're more united than ever before. I saw government officials coming together that not long ago were fighting like crazy in parliament, things getting real in parliament and all of that. Now they're forced to come together and work out their differences and come together for the greater good of the country, for the greater good of the people of the country, which is what their job is as leaders. And also as the whole world, we're all sharing a common enemy, and we're all kind of coming together, and empathizing with each other with this whole thing. It's connecting us more than ever, no matter what you are, how you look, where you come from, what race you are. At the end of the day, this thing does not discriminate. So it's kind of like we all sharing this problem, and we all need to care for each other at this time. It's also kind of allowed us to really self reflect. It allowed us to stay put from this busy life, because people have been stressing. We've been stressing a lot. There's been a lot of, economical distresses, unemployment, like many things that we've been stressing about, you know. But now we get time to just sit and stay put and be still. And this is the time when one really gets to think and comes back to themselves and reevaluates their lives and reevaluates um, the people around them, appreciates the people around them, spends time with the people around them. Some of y'all are spending time with your kids more and your wife, or vice versa. And it's it's bringing that human connection, that human thing in us. We're finally becoming human, in a way, if I gotta put it like that. Uh, Even though, like, yes, we'll be working from home and everything, but you still able to be in your space. You with the what people you love in your home. I think that's a plus, and I think we'll have a lot of takeaways from this once it's over. We'll definitely have a lot of takeaways. So I am glad for that part. and I think we should all be as well. It's a big plus. So yeah, that's it for me, man. Please, guys, stay safe, and as you know, I'm not gonna repeat it, but wash your hands and social distancing and all of that. You know what to do. You know what to do, man. It's been advertised. I know you guys are on the media. You guys probably have been getting these messages all over the place. So I don't need to keep telling you, but just keep on, following what the instructions are. And yeah, man, let's do best. I hope we'll all come over this alive and that we don't lose the ones we love because that'll be tragic. Yeah, and for those who have to cancel stuff, cancel events and all of that, um, I'm I'm sorry to you guys, but let's appreciate life more. These situations will come back. We will be back on our feet. Let's appreciate being alive more. Money is secondary to life, and that's something we just gotta remember. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Please subscribe to the channel. I will be posting more videos and we'll talk about it, man. We'll talk about whatever we need to talk about. This is a serious situation that we're dealing with, and I hope you guys stay safe. But, anyways, yeah, man, peace and love, guys. Shout out and thank you for tuning in. See you next time. Da! Stick up, chisa, in my leg, every side, bunky, see ya, pull up the glass.